A deafening roar splits the dawn over the Kamchatka Peninsula, a shadow slicing through the mist at twice the speed of sound. Radar blips vanish, controllers scramble, and in a flash, it's gone. No trace, no warning, just power. What machine can dance through Russia's brutal skies and disappear like a specter? Here's the real question. How does a nation, battle-hardened by Cold War duels and hammered by sanctions, still unleash jets that outfly, outgun, and outwit the world's finest? Welcome to the Russian Air Force, where raw force meets surgical precision. Numbers don't define them. Audacity, engineering, and pilots who laugh at death do. Fact, a Su-35 pilot in a 2017 drill weaved through a SAM gauntlet at 1,400 km/h, so low his jet kicked up dust clouds, and he landed without a scratch. That's not flying, it's a high-stakes ballet with oblivion. You're about to meet the top 10 Russian Air Force jets that can dominate any battlefield. Some are grizzled Cold War veterans that humbled NATO aces in mock combat. Others are next-gen predators rewriting air warfare. All of them give Western strategists nightmares. From retired legends that outturned F-15s to active sky killers locking down Ukraine and Syria, these aren't just jets. They're Russia's iron resolve. The final one? It's airborne now, a silent assassin reshaping modern conflicts in ways few grasp. This isn't a list, it's a chronicle of speed, sacrifice, and stealth. Stories of pilots lost in Arctic storms, upgrades forged under embargoes, jets flying home with wings torn by flak. Before drones stole headlines, Russia built sky gods. Strap in, this is Russia's aerial sledgehammer, brought to you by Military Flashpoint. First, the icon that rewrote the rules, the Sukhoi Su-27 flanker. Born in the 1970s to counter the F-15, it roared into service in 1985, redefining air superiority. Mach 2. 35 over 2,500 km/h, with thrust vectoring engines pulling 9G turns that snap weaker airframes. Its R-27 missiles lock from 100 kilometers, jamming radars blind. In 1980s drills, Su-27s crushed F-16s at 10-to-1 kill ratios, earning the name Sky Bear for its raw power. One pilot, call sign Volkodov, dove through Afghan peaks in 1987, evading turncoat MiGs to claim 3 kills in a single pass. Phased out for upgrades, hundreds sit in reserve, ready to fly with a day's prep. Its legacy fuels every Russian fighter today, a blueprint for dominance. Its successor, the Sukhoi Su-35S Flanker E, unleashed in 2014. This beast supercruises at Mach 2, 25, sipping fuel while outpacing rivals. Its Irbis E radar spots stealth jets at 400 km and thrust vectoring nozzles pull the Pugachev Cobra, a mid-dogfight stall that flips missiles backward. In Syria 2015, Su-35s vaporized ISIS targets with Kh-59 missiles from 200 kilometers, then vanished into the heat haze. A 2020 Baltic intercept saw one Su-35 shadow a NATO squadron, forcing F-18s to bug out without firing. Packed with sanction-defying avionics, it carries 8 tons of ordnance, Kinzhal hypersonics to glide bombs. NATO dubs it Flanker Supreme. Pilots call it Death's Edge. Over 100 fly, with exports to Turkey on the horizon. For low and dirty work, the Sukhoi Su-25 Frogfoot reigns. Since 1981, this armored beast has prowled Afghanistan's gorges, flying 950 km at 50 meters, its titanium cockpit eating 23mm rounds. Twin 30mm cannons shred ore tanks, Su-25 missiles erase infantry. In the Soviet-Afghan War, Su-25s flew 60,000 sorties, losing only 23 to ground fire, a survival stat that stuns. In Ukraine, 2022, Su-25 SMs dodge manpads with IR jammers, raining SPBE submunitions on trenches. One pilot, Molot, took a Stinger hit in 2023, flew 250 kilometers on one engine, and was back in the air in days. Called Tank Reaper, it's the grunt's bane, still flying and unbreakable. Enter the stealth age with the Sukhoi Su-57 Felon, Russia's 5th-gen Predator since 2020. Supercruising at Mach 2, it ghosts radars with radar-absorbent skin and hidden engines. Its Bielka AESA radar fuses 1/500 channels, guiding R-77M missiles to 200-kilometer kills. In Syria trials, Su-57s meshed with S-400s, striking before detection. AI-driven systems predict threats with a ghost mode for silent K-Stab 500 bomb runs. A 2024 drill saw it outsmart F-35 sims in BVR, jamming their sensors mid-fight. Only 22 fly due to sanctions, but production grinds on. A 2019 crash in Siberia, extreme G-loads showed its limits. The Felon doesn't fight, it erases. Heavy strikes? The Sukhoi Su-34 fullback delivers. Since 2014, this Su-27 spawn hits Mach 1. 8 with 12 tons of munitions, like KH-59 Mk2 cruise missiles that hug terrain at 40 meters. Side-by-side cockpits let cruise sink strikes, backed by a 30mm cannon. In Ukraine, Su-34s smashed armor with KW-1500 laser bombs from 50 kilometers. In 2022, one ate a manpad's hit over Mariupol, limped 400 kilometers, and landed dead stick. Crew walked, jet flew weeks later. NATO's platypus jab hides its sting. Russian crews call it steel duck. Over 130 fly, the strike force's spine. Speed demons meet the Mikoyan MiG-31 Foxhound. Since 1981, this Mach 2, 83 interceptor-hunted SR-71s, clocking 3,000 km over the Arctic. Its Zaslan radar locks at 320 km, launching Mach 10 Kinzhals that laugh at Patriots. MiG-31BMs patrol Russia's edges, sinking with A-50 AWACS for net-centric kills. In 2022, one shadowed a U.S. carrier group in the Pacific, scattering F-A-18s. A 1994 crash in Arkhangelsk, frozen hydraulics, taught harsh lessons. Over 100 fly, guarding the frozen frontier. It's the wolf that hunts eagles. Multi-role mastery? The Sukhoi Su-30SM Flanker H since 2012 blends Su-27 agility with Su-35 sensors, hitting Mach 2 with 14G thrust. It carries BrahMos missiles, sinking Mach ships in Black Sea drills from 300 kilometers. In Syria, Su-30s swatted drones with R-73s while shielding bombers. A 2018 pilot ejected over Aleppo, swam a canal under fire, and was extracted by Spetsnaz. Its thrust vectoring pulls spins that break sims. Over 120 fly, with India's Su-30 MKI proving its global reach. It's Russia's do-all dagger. The Sukhoi Su-24 Fencer, a 1974 swing-wing vet, still bites. Upgraded Su-24 M2s fly. Mach 1. 6 low, evading radars with terrain following. In Chechnya, they leveled bunkers with Kb-500 TV-guided bombs. In Ukraine, they bridged to Su-34s, surviving S-300s with chaff. A 1995 run saw a fencer bomb rebels at 150 meters, untouchable by AKs. About 40 remain exported to Sudan. It's the old knife that still carves. The Mikoyan MiG-29 Fulcrum since 1983 is the dogfighter's soul. Mach 2. 25 with helmet-cued R-73s for 90-degree kills, it crushed F-16s in 1990s drills at 15.1 ratios. MiG-29 SMTs in Ukraine fly CAS, skimming hills to dodge SAMs. A 1994 Rwandan MiG-29 kill, a Mirage, marked Africa's first jet clash. Over 150 fly, training aces in vertical scissors. It's the spark that ignites Russia's pilots. The Tupolev Tu-160 Blackjack, reborn in 2015, is the sky's Titan. This Mach 2 O-5 bomber carries 45 tons, launching KH-101 missiles 45 to 100 km. In 2016, Tu-160s hit ISIS with 12 missiles each, untouchable over Syria. A 2022 Arctic run outran RAF Typhoons, dumping decoys at Mach 2. With 17 active and new engines, it's Doomsday's herald, nuclear or conventional. What tore through Kamchatka's dawn? Not just a jet, a vow. Russia's VKS from Su-57's stealth to Tu-160's thunder isn't for show. It's built for survival. Sanctions fuel ingenuity. Pilots bleed for mastery. Contrails scream defiance. While NATO flaunts tech, Russia hones what wins. Thrust, radar, grit across tundra to desert. The fiercest. The MiG-31's hypersonic bite or Su-25's armored heart. They've etched sagas, Afghan shadows, Donbas storms, Arctic glares. These jets carry Russia's spirit. Aces lost, engineers defying bans, the oath to shield the homeland. From flanker's growl to felon's whisper, they rule the skies. If this fired you up, smash subscribe on Military Flashpoint like ring the bell. Next, we unmask Russia's silent subs. Which jet hit hardest? Blackjack's reach or Frogfoot's grit?
Drop it below, we read everyone.
This is your intel drop on Russia's aerial arsenal. More's coming. Stay locked.